In the early hours of June 22, 2025, the United States launched direct strikes on Iran's nuclear infrastructure, marking the United States' direct involvement in the Iran-Israel conflict. Iran's Fordow and Isfahan were hit by a combination of bunker buster bombs dropped by B-2 stealth bombers and Tomahawk cruise missiles from US Navy submarines. 6 massive bunker busters struck the underground Fordow site. Tomahawks hit Natanz and Isfahan. President Trump called it a spectacular military success and warned Iran that more attacks could follow if they didn't
that
pursue
the
peace.
strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated.
Earlier in June, Israel had already begun striking Iran's nuclear and missile infrastructure, including using 200 plus aircraft to hit over 100 targets. Initially, the US had been more cautious, but internal pressure shifted policy towards a limited one-off strike after Trump-Wade intervention. The move breaks with Trump's previous non-interventionist posture, aligning more closely with Israeli hawkish strategy. So why did the United States step in now? Let's break it down. First thing is escalation between Israel and Iran. Israel had already launched major strikes on Iran's nuclear and missile infrastructure earlier in the month, hitting over 100 targets with over 200 aircrafts. Iran responded with drone and missiles attacks on Israeli cities and US bases in Iraq and Syria. The US feared that if it stayed out, Iran might gain the upper hand or embolden further strikes. Though previously hesitant, President Trump approved a limited targeted strike to show strength, support Israel, and signal deterrence to Iran. There was also pressure from US hawks to respond after American forces in Iraq were injured in Iranian proxy attacks. By hitting nuclear sites, the US sent a message: your nuclear ambitions won't go unchecked. The US wanted to delay or destroy uranium enrichment capacity, especially at the Fordow and Natanz facilities. Some analysts believe this strike was also meant to prevent Israel from escalating to all-out war by stepping in and taking the heat off. It may have been an effort to reassert American control over pace and scale of the conflict, avoiding a chaotic regional war. Iran's IAEA-monitored enrichment centers, Natanz Fordow, are believed struck hard, but exact destruction is unclear. Analysts estimate the attacks set back Iran's nuclear timetable by several months, not years. US Republican hawks, including Senator Lindsey Graham, praised the strike. Democrats criticized it as unconstitutional without Congress. US Secretary General warned of dangerous escalation. Some US allies urged restraint. In Iran, Supreme Leader condemned the bombing as violation of international law and promised retaliation. Here are the main paths forward. Iran likely to target US bases in the Gulf, allies assets, or Shiite militias. Analysts warn this could spiral into wider conflict. Iran may draw global condemnation, pursue legal action, or reignite nuclear enrichment. Europe and China may push for renewed talks. Trump warned of escalating force if Iran doesn't capitulate. Oil prices could spike if Iran retaliates against shipping lanes. Today's US strike marks a dramatic shift. The US direct involvement against Iran's nuclear arsenal. It dealt a blow, but not a knockout. And unless diplomacy moves fast, we are heading towards a high-end chess game with potential for miscalculation at every step. Will this bring Iran on table, or will it ignite a broader conflict? Leave your thoughts below.